Hi everyone, Land Rover Girl here. Behind me is the engine to Bonnie-Lad, which we have just got out. For this vlog, it's all about getting the engine out and seeing how good a condition it is in. Careful.
Put a pipe there. It's all right. Let's have a look. Oh, it's
Now hang on, let me get round the other side.
Right, that pipe's holding it. There we are.
There's a bit on the back where the exhaust is, where it's caught onto as well.
Whereabouts?
Just there, the pipe.
That's it. Just.
Oh.
That's water.
Oh,
Where's the water coming from?
in there.
Oh, it's at the bottom of the. It's in your footwell. You know the well where.
Oh gosh, it's the footwell where it's flooded.
They always fill up with water.
Yeah, so that's just rainwater.
It's just water.
Oh well, that's one way to drain a Land Rover.
Yeah.
Now the engine's dropped out. So what do you think? Any thoughts?
What about the vehicle itself?
The engine.
Oh, it's a nice engine. It's a good engine. Bolt holding the gearbox on.
Now the engine is completely detached from the Freelander, so we can work on getting the gearbox off, which comes up next. And that's on the right hand side of the vehicle, and boy did it take some welly getting it off, but you're about to see a little bit of that now. It did take a lot longer, but of course it's been sped up. It's quite neat actually, it's come off really clean. So how do you think we'll remove the gearbox?
It's only that bolt. Get that out and all. I think I've released it. Yeah, it should just lift off. It's very heavy though. Just lift that.
It seemed to take a little bit longer than we expected to get the gearbox off. Unknowns to us, there was a little circular piece of thin metal that's between the gearbox and the bolts that go into the engine to keep the gearbox secure. That little bit of metal had been bent slightly around one of the bolts, so that took us a little bit longer, as you can see here, as we're pulling off pulling off the gearbox. It did come off eventually, but it was due to that it took a little bit more force. I'll just recap that quickly. So on Dad's side, he's got all of the gearbox loose, so that's completely free from the engine. However, on my side, that's where the bolt is, that is where the metal is twisted around the last bolt, which we are trying to break free with the wrench and kind of twist free from my side. So any minute now, it should hopefully come off.
Wait.
And there it is. With a little bit of persistence, that gearbox is off. Again, just to repeat, that's the thin metal plate, the thin piece of metal I mentioned before, that as you can see on the right hand side is bent pretty badly.
That's just, you can bend it back, it doesn't matter. It tightens up when you put the...
Oh, right.
Oh, it doesn't look good. You can see.
Whoa. Now Land Rover Dad is going to show us a little bit of what he's discovered here.
Been the problem, you can see it's burned. Totally burned. Clutch is shot and the flywheel's shot by the look of it.
How can you tell?
Well, just guessing that if it's burnt out and heated up, and it might have, well, you can't tell until you take it off.
Now this isn't an exact diagnostic, this is just a presumption, as this is quite a new clutch in the Freelander that we have. We still always experienced a little bit of burning and some slipping from the pedal, but we can't say, it's just our presumption that this was the issue. Oh, it's all the camera, it's just dusty.
Right, anyway, that's good.
So where's the problem here? Is it just
Well,
worn?
I think the initial problem was this.
Right.
This is the slave cylinder here. That there comes out.
To anyone who's been following me on Instagram, that spring that Land Rover Dad has just pulled out has gone into my keepsake collection of Land Rover parts.
Yeah, that there is the slave cylinder, but it wasn't replaced. Whoever changed the clutch didn't change this.
Right.
And that's looks like it's shot, yeah. So that's what's caused the problem, I think. I'm guessing, but it's not released the clutch, so the clutch is burnt again, causing all them problems we had earlier.
Right. Now I'm just going to show you a little look into the engine bay from an upward angle, for no other reason than since the engine's out, I might as well, and it's for anyone who might be interested in what the underneath of a Freelander looks like without an engine, from an upward angle. Happy to report the engine's in pretty good nick. There's a few little bits that have come loose, and as you can see here, this is where the gearbox was before.
Hey?
We could use the piano method. Remember when we put the straps around the piano? And then just shuffle it along. I'm happy to report that although there's no footage, we did manage to get the engine to the ground and to a safe place finally, in a slightly orthodox manner, I think. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed watching that. This episode's been a little bit more like Dad Gear. Anyways, it's been pretty good having Land Rover Dad. As always, he's much more insightful on these things, but it's been a hell of a team effort getting this bad boy down. It's in pretty good nick. There's a few things that have been addressed in the video that we were quite curious about in the long run of Bonnie Lad's performance, but overall it's been pretty good. If you have any questions or if there's something in particular you would like to see, please do get in touch, as this is going to be quite a speedy project. If there's anything you'd like to see about the Freelander or know, drop me a message on Instagram and I'd be more than happy to assist. I hope you enjoyed watching. See you in the next one. Thanks, guys.